is up, dipshits? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. This time is going to be a Major League Baseball for Friday, June the 11th. Game is going to be played between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Angels. Going for the D-backs is Merrill Kelly, and for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. Current betting spread is Angels minus 135. Total 9. So now you're looking at the look, being like, oh, it's warm, it's summer. What are we doing rocking the hoodie, the fleece, and the DK hat? Look, it is cold in this house, folks. Air's a little super on today in the house anyway. And of course, I'm going to rock this. You're going to see the change regardless. You know, if you have a problem with that, you can eat my ass. Look, it was nice to land a sweat-free win. Sweat-free, LOL. Sweat-filled win. Over 7.5 runs, Dodgers Pirates on Tuesday. I know you might have got 8 if you did. Either way, look, if you got 8, all I can tell you is turn notifications on for these videos. The line's not always going to move like that. I think it closed 8.5 at Heavy Vig. But I did tell you that line was off. Anyway, moves these plays to 15-6 plus 9.7 U. I must admit that on the latter end of that game, maybe the win wasn't deserved, quote unquote. But I thought I was drawn dead when, Hayes basically nearly leads the game off with a homer and doesn't even touch first base. I mean, talk about things you hate to see. These solo bids have been good, though, but I'll be honest, this MLB season for me has had some lows. Not what I've been accustomed to in this sport, and never like excuses for me, but all I can do is keep the head down and find value where it pops. Feels like I've been, having pocket rockets every hand versus 5-10 off, and it doesn't even matter. But look, hopefully that luck turns. I want to be clear, I haven't been awful in this sport, but just not the near standard I hold myself to for the whole season. Either way, enough about my soap opera. Let's talk about a different one. My wife's got me watching The Handmaid's Tale, or A Handmaid's Tale, whatever. It's about this totalitarian regime post-U.S. Civil War #2, where fertile women are subject to bear children in a slavery type fashion. I know the show sounds excellent, right? The show's actually quite sad, though. I find myself often reaching for the tissues. Yes, I am a crier. And I'm not just real men wear pink, and also real men cry. Get over yourselves, alphas. Speaking of crying, if I lose another tennis bet, I don't know if my eyes can produce any more tears. You ever think, if maybe you overuse one of your senses or something similar, that maybe a different one starts being used instead? As if, it runs out of gas, if you will. For instance, if you cried for 7 straight days and maybe the next time you tried to cry instead you shit yourself. I always wondered that. Maybe somehow your brain misinterprets the ask. It's weird, though. If my nose was stuffy and I tried to blow my nose and instead a log popped out of my ass, someone has to think of this shit to be prepared when such a thing happens. I continue to say how much smarter you'll get just watching these videos. You're welcome. Okay, look, onto the player. This will go down as far and away the biggest favorite I've bet on these videos this season. But look, I absolutely love the Angels in this spot at $1.35. And of course, what's that matter, right? What I mean is, you'll hear people say all the time, "Oh, I love XYZ team in whatever game," but they'll never say the price. I mean, how does that make any sense? I mean, even if you love a minus 300 favorite, it doesn't make sense to bet them if you think they're only going to win 65% of the time. I'll talk more about win percentage needed based on the numbers you're betting specifically in another video. But for now, yes, I have this line quite off at 135, good to 145, and I have this slightly, actually, realistically, slightly north of 160. So 135, just a straight auto fire. So why, right? And I got that at BetMGM. I don't know if I mentioned that. Let's start with the pitching. Shohei Ohtani on the bump, National League Park. I believe this is actually his first career start in a National League Park. Talk about a trump card. Merrill Kelly is at least used to a free out or two at the bottom of NL lineups. Not today, sir. What a luxury. And it makes you wonder why more NL teams didn't go after Ohtani when he came into the league. But regardless, here we are. Scouting report is out though on Ohtani. Look, just be patient. Dude walks a ton of guys. One of the worst base on ball percentages in all of baseball. With this said, he throws 5 different pitches, above average fastball, elite K rate, a lot of ground balls. Good news for Ohtani is he faces a D-backs team really struggling at the dish right now. I'll get into that more in a bit, but though I will say, a struggling team coming back home does often deter me a bit, to assume those struggles continue. But still, regardless, Ohtani's a very tough pitcher to rock the boat. First time seeing him, and now he gets, the likely free out in the pitcher. Of course, I say this, and Kelly, likely goes yard in this one, but also, I don't expect Ohtani to go deep into this game. It's a bit of a rarity for him. His walks are likely the issue for this, but and also the fact that the Angels don't usually stretch him. But anything past the 6th inning here would be a cherry on top. Speaking of Merrill Kelly going yard here, his pitching surface numbers might be bad, but he's certainly not terrible by any means. Advanced stuff has him in the low fours. Quite a unlucky pitcher thus far in certain aspects. Certain aspects he hasn't been good, though. He's always pitched better at home for his career, and he'll be back there today or tomorrow, anytime you're watching this. And has done so, once again this year, nearly half the ERA at home versus on the road. Some scary numbers, though, with weighted OBA, both lefties and righties. Much like Ohtani, Kelly doesn't eat innings by any means either. Expect 5 to 6 innings from him, and that's normal. He pitched 7 innings just once this season. Like I said, another guy that struggles with walks, just like Ohtani. Now, before I go into the bats, it's worth noting, D-backs are once again in a tailspin. They had a large losing streak, 13 games in a row, I believe, a few weeks back, and after a few wins, they piled up 7 straight losses again here. Now, being home could help, but the facts remain what they are coming in. Now, the Diamondbacks not hitting hasn't helped matters. Total of 8 runs in their last 5 games and got blanketed by some average Oakland arms 2 games in a row. On the other hand, the Angels have really found their stride lately, even without the late, great Michael Trout. How about 39 runs over the last 5 games, 5-1 in their last 6. Strong correlated power up and down this lineup recently. Let's talk on bullpens. Huge edge in favor of the Angels. In what was a quiet start for this bunch dealing with injuries, this has been a stronger group recently. It's a middle of the pack bullpen coming into the season. But they didn't play like it early on in the year. They had one of the worst bullpens early in the year, but that's kind of medianed out, if you will. If Ohtani can go 6 innings here, expect Watson, Myers, and Iglesias in that order behind him, none of which of these guys have given up an earned run since May 26th. While the D-backs are getting healthier, good luck finding any safety net in this bullpen. Their top pen arms have been as volatile as it gets in all of MLB. No lead is safe with this bullpen, so it is vital that Kelly gets your eats innings in this start. Overall, this may go down as a quote-unquote chalky play, but I can't ignore this price, and I don't often lay this, but lots of arrows pointing the Angels' way in this game. Again, if this line's in the minus 150 neighborhood, I stay away, but 135, simply an auto fire. Better hitting team coming in, no free outs with Ohtani in this lineup. Better pitcher in Ohtani, better bullpen with the Angels. D-backs' own advantage is them being home, but again, they've lost 7 straight after briefly losing 13 straight. So where is this team's confidence right now? Love the number at 135 in favor of the Angels. Got that BetMGM in New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I'd be slip on a banana peel. Maybe even another banana peel. As always, drop comments below your thoughts in the vid. Let me know who you are betting for tomorrow's slate. Again, I always appreciate the comments and I always get back to you. As I often say, comment section, warm water. Dive on in. Weekends filled with a bunch of content on this channel. I'll be back talking bases live on Saturday. Then again on Sunday with Joey and Holden talking more bases. Also look out for NASCAR and UFC content from Keg, along with the live shows as well. Be sure to check us out, runpurebets.com, see what we are all about. Want to thank you again for watching. Be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks.